G'day, welcome to Mt.Coramba Apiculture. It's Monday, 11th of November 2024. Cooler, overcast day here, which is welcome. It's been hot and stormy. We could still get a storm today. Just see what we've got to feel about it. Today's Remembrance Day, 11th of November. Just marks the ending of World War I. So yeah, it's just a good time to reflect and think about how lucky we are to be here. And yeah, that's what I'll be doing at 11, just stopping and having a break and just remembering my relatives that have served our country, and they're the reason we're here today. So yeah, just want to remember or mark Remembrance Day. What are we doing today? Today we are going through these 12 hives, and just the normal routine into them every 7 to 10 days, brood work, mite trapping in drone comb. I'm going to remove any sealed drone comb, and yeah, just basic spring summer work. So I won't film every hive. I'll do a few other things as well that don't want to bore you to tears. And my last two videos are fairly long, and yeah, it's an hour, a 1 hour video. It's a bit hard to watch, I think. One of my frequently asked questions is, why have you got black plastic under your lids? The reason is just to put it somewhere. In winter time, these hives will go down to a triple. There'll be a brood box, a queen excluder, a box of honey, and a box with just stickies in it, probably with nothing in it. So the reason I use the plastic, when it gets cool enough, the plastic will drop down above the queen excluder, and I just leave a little gap at the front of the hive so the bees can get up around the plastic and still work these two hives. It just keeps them nice and tight down in the brood box. Gets that warmth down there as well. So yeah, it also makes these lids easier to get off, which you'll see in a second. The actual plastic stuck down rather than lid, so the lid will come straight off, and the plastic just tears off quite easily. That's why I use the black plastic. If you go back through my videos, you'll see, the ones taken in winter. You'll see the plastic down under the brood boxes, and me taking it off and just where I position it. So, great tool, particularly if you're over winter, like we do here on the mid-north coast with your two honey supers still on the hive. All right, let's get into these hives and have a look. So you can see how easily that lid come off. Then what you need to do is just tear your plastic off and you're into the hive. Much easier than trying to pry that lid off. Yeah, that's a box of honey, but not quite capped yet, so it'll just come straight off. Down to the brood box. Nothing to see here. Smoke's good today. So this is one of the hives that was requeened on the 2nd, so 9 days ago. Also had the drone comb removed, so we'll see what's rebuilt there. Just want to check for the presence of a laying queen. See how she's going. Get rid of that. So there's a nice frame of pollen, nectar, on plastic foundation. Stay where it is. You can see all these frames have been renewed this season. So nothing built there yet, so that's fine. As I always say, just got to get the timing right there and make sure nothing hatches. As you're just making mites rather than trapping them. So there's a spectacular frame of brood. Open brood, I can see eggs, larvae of all stages right through there. That's really pleasing to see on plastic foundation. So that would have been a sticky that was extracted and put down into that brood box. So that new queen's doing very nicely from Denmark up in Queensland. More advanced brood there. We won't need to go much further here. Nice frame of sealed brood on wax foundation in this case. Lovely. Anytime I find a queen in these inspections, I'll do a varroa wash, and there she is there. I'll just grab her. Yeah, she's really filled out and laying nicely, so yeah, that's success. Let's do a quick mite check. Why am I checking for mites? I already know they're here. I'm monitoring for levels, so I want to be sure that I know what stage the infestations are, so I need to know the mite numbers so I can make decisions about whether to treat or not, and whether my drone mite trapping is working as well. So if you're not measuring, you just don't know. And I'm keen to keep on top of these things. Right, so we're going to get 300 bees. Let's get everything ready. This is a bit hard to do on camera, but here's what it is. So we want bees off brood combs, because that's where the mites reproduce. Nice gentle shake. Now, bees are still a bit touchy they've still got that old queen's genetics, and they're not happy to see me. That'll improve over time as that new queen's genetics take over. Get this on. This is what they're pissed off about. Right, there it goes. So let's put this hive back together. Check for mite levels. She goes. Right, excluder back on. That's done. Alright, on to the next one. That last alcohol wash was negative. We'll try and do a few more here today. Pretty confident we'll find a few mites. Excluder up. So this was requeened late October, the Denmark queen, and I can see lots of pearly white larvae in there mixed in with the pollen. So there's a beautiful frame of pollen there. So we just got to remember that the genetics of that old queen that was in there is still persisting. So we're going to see bees running on the comb, and they might still be a bit defensive, so it's going to take a while for those genetics to be replaced. Nice frame of seal brood there. This hive's always struggled a little bit, so it could really do with with this new queen. Frame nicely opened up there with fresh eggs and larvae going. You can see I've pretty well cleaned up this brood box as well. There's only a couple of the older frames left. Beautiful open comb of brood there. You can see eggs and larvae and a bit of nectar that they're bringing in today, sitting in those cells. Thing. So this is our drone comb. Let's see what stage it's up to. So this is what I mean about timing, because the bees build comb at a different rate, and this hive's a little bit weaker. It should pick up now that it's requeened. We're really just at a stage where that comb is drawn and nothing. I can't see any eggs or larvae in there. A little bit of worker comb there, interestingly. And yeah, so once this queen takes off, that'll be filled up with drone brood, and when it's capped, we can take it out and dispose of it after I freeze it. So that's far enough there. We've got a laying queen, no need to find her. Get them back in and then I'll get back to what they're doing. Alright, on to the next one. Just had a look at the forecast for today from Higgins Storm Chasing, and yeah, they're predicting widespread severe storms, so not sure I'll get much done today, but I can go home and make frames or something. So let's hook into here. Make sure we've got a laying queen. Once again, it was requeened with a Denmark queen at the end of October. And they've still got that, bees have still got the algenetics, they've got that running around attitude, which I really dislike. But there's a stunning frame of pollen with, yeah, 2, 3, 4 different colours of pollen in it, so a thing of beauty. So here's our drone comb. I'm expecting to find some seal comb here. Nope, they're still going on it, so once again it's opened up. I can't see any eggs in it either, so yeah, it's a bit hit and miss, the drone trapping. It's up to them whether the queen lays it up or not, but yeah, maybe next 7 to 10 days we'll have something to take out there. So let's just do a quick look and make sure she's going okay. The light's gone, but I can see eggs down in those cells, so that's good. Look at a few more. Yeah, very clearly eggs in those cells. So far so good. It's a bit of a darker comb, might be a bit more obvious in these. It's laid up and I can see in behind there beautiful pearly white larvae down in those cells, these rotten bees. Oh. So that's good, no need to go any further. I don't want to spend too much time digging around in these today with this weather coming, so let's get it back together. Ow. Alright, so down in the brood box of this next hive, notes indicate that I've been suspecting this thing was queenless for the last few inspections. What I like to do is just let that sort of thing run its course, and so I'm 100% sure. Just need to keep an eye on them. State of queenlessness, they're really quite susceptible to small hive beetle knocking them off. So you just got to keep an eye on them. I've got queens coming, well, I've got queens in nucleus hives here now, and more cells going in on Wednesday, so sometime in the next few days I'll start catching a few queens and working on these hives that are either queenless or in need of a new queen. So let's see if they've resolved their issues here, or if I can make a decision about whether they're queenless or not. I don't want to put, what you don't want to do is put a nice new queen into a hive that's in that process of requeening, because you'll lose her. Nice frame of pollen there, which you'd expect on the wall. It's another frame of pollen. Yeah, so I can see eggs and larvae in there, so something's laying something. Let's go a bit further and see what else we can find. It's pretty well plugged up with honey and pollen, and that's what happens in that when they're in that state of queenlessness or no laying queen, I should more rightly say. They kind of backfill everything with honey and pollen. This frame feels a bit lighter. I've lost the sun, unfortunately. They seem nice and calm. So there's an old queen cell there with nothing in it. I can see hatched queen cells here, so they've had a go. Let's have a further look here. Still can't see any further evidence of eggs and larvae. Let's keep looking. No sign of a queen there. Here's our drone frame, which they're unlikely to have done anything with. No. Running out of options now. Just go back and grab this frame where I thought I saw those eggs and larvae, and stand up straight and walk out in the sun to have a look at it. Must have been this one. Yeah, it still looks queenless, unfortunately. I don't think there were eggs and larvae. After all that, I'm wrong. So there's a queen there. I'd say she's just mated and just starting to get going. So that's good. That's resolved that issue. She'll still come out and get replaced with one of these new queens. So this is just self-raised from the old queen that was in there, and I know that it was a terrible thing in terms of temperament. So it'll get taken out. It'll go and get put to work in one of my mini mating nukes, and we'll put a nice queen in here with known genetics, half of them anyway. All right, that's good. So that's resolved that. Put it back together and keep moving before this before this thunder starts. Okay, so we're getting through these nicely. Records here indicate, once again, this was requeened at the end of October. So the purpose of this inspection is just to make sure that she's laying and that they're going okay. And I think we took our drone comb out last inspection, so that probably won't be drawn or sealed. So they're going okay. Let's look for eggs and larvae. Right, so she's good. Nice fresh larvae there. Clearly the product of the new queen. Let's just check a few more. See fresh eggs in there. Nice comb of seal brood. I'm just doing a quick scan for the queen. If we can find her, we'll do an alcohol wash. Beautiful fresh comb there with eggs and larvae, young eggs and larvae in there sitting in a pool of worker jelly. So that's a thing of beauty. It's really nice to see. We've still got those flighty bees flying up off the surface of the frame, but that'll change over time as this new genetics take over. Quite a bit of pollen in that, and next time I get an opportunity we'll pull that up out of the brood box so that we're maximising the amount of space that she can lay up there with eggs. Let's have a quick look at this drone comb, see what stages it's at. I just usually make a record of what's happening. So just starting to actually just drawing worker cells there anyway, so which we can still take out. Alright, so we haven't seen the queen, but she's definitely in there. We're good. Right, so this is a Terry Brown queen. So no change of queen in this case. So we'll just see what our drone comb's doing and just do a general check to make sure they're not going to swarm on me. So this queen's a year old. Good solid frame of pollen. More pollen, so I'd be looking to pull one of these up next time I get a sticky or a sheet of foundation. Just to give that queen room to lay. They don't need 2 frames of pollen in the brood box. There's an open comb of eggs and larvae. Kookaburras. Don't mind washing these if I can find a queen. They're behaving nicely considering the pending storm and the humidity here today. Once again, it's laid up with eggs and larvae. See the oval there of brood. Trying to find this queen. What's going on here? It's full of honey. Crikey. Might get that out, eh? So there's our queen there. It's got her. That frame of honey can get out of this brood box. And I'll just go and grab a frame of foundation and we'll do an alcohol wash. Right, let's get our bees for a Coramba wash. Should be plenty. Right, so what we wanted to do was get rid of that frame of honey, so it's gone. This is our drone trapping comb, or mite trapping comb here. Let's have a quick look at that. It's full of honey too, but only partly drawn. Might swap it over for a new one next time. Actually, let's do that now. Yeah, we'll take it out as well because it's completely honey bound. It's quite heavy and not really serving much of a purpose. Right, so there's our new drone comb back in. Let's move this frame of brood to here. Put our queen over there where she's safe. Let's put that frame of brood back in there. Frame of foundation. Push that over. I think this was a frame of pollen. Yep. Take it out as well. So we know we've got the queen in here. We can just pull those frames straight out. Frame of foundation. And that last wall frame, which was full of pollen, can go back in there. So that's got frame of pollen and 1.5 frames of honey out of this brood box. It just gives the queen room to lay, removes that congestion out of the brood box. They're less likely to swarm on me. Let's let this queen go. There she goes. She was quick to get out. And I've got a box of plastic foundation on top of this, so these honey frames will go up into there. Alright, notes here indicate this is the next Terry Brown queen. It was queenless for a little while, or no laying queen I should say, and last inspection I saw an unmated queen, so let's see what's going on and see if they've sorted their issues out. So I'm going to look for evidence of a queen that's laying eggs. Frame of pollen. So this is a drone trapping frame. Let's see what's happening here. with mainly worker brood in it, which we can still use. We'll just let that run its course. Yeah, that's all worker brood. So interestingly, they've chosen to lay that up with workers rather than drones. We'll eventually pull it up into a honey super and replace it with a green comb. There's a nice frame of seal brood. I just remembered I forgot to finish that alcohol wash on that hive I just did, so we'll do that before we close this up and get the results. Beautiful frame of seal brood there. It's really nice to look at. So we've definitely got a laying queen in here, there's no doubt about that. And seeing that its mother was a Terry Brown queen, I think we'll just leave it go. And there she is there. Not terribly impressive looking, but it's a queen. I think they fill out a bit over time. Let's you know, she's gone straight through that thing. It's better. I think it was closed properly. Yep, she's in there now. Alright, let's just go and do this last alcohol wash and we'll do another one here. Alright, so that last hive came up negative, which is good. Purpose of these alcohol washes is that I know there's mites in this drop of 12 hives. I've found them here before. I've found mites 3 times here over the last couple of months, but one mite in the wash on each time. So I know there's mites here, but they're at low levels. So I want to know where they are in terms of infestation. So I'm treating the apiary as a whole. I'm not managing it hive by hive, but if I start seeing thresholds of up around the 6, I'm going to be thinking about what I want to do. And certainly in the summertime here, anything over 9 is going to require some sort of treatment. So I'm hoping that my drone trapping is helping. There's screen bottom boards in all these hives, and I'm minimising the amount of drone comb in these hives. The only drone comb that's in them is the drone comb that I'm introducing. So and I can take out. So fingers crossed, we'll be able to keep our levels, mite levels at a reasonable level. But yeah, that's not going to last forever. I know that. These bees start to get a bit of metho rage as well. So I probably won't do too many more mite washes today, but we'll get one more out of this. So that queen's still in her cage, which is good. There's half a cup of bees in the wash. So we know this hive's queen right. She's going well. Let's close them up and let them get on with their day, and we'll do this alcohol wash. I'm actually quite surprised that I haven't got more mites in these hives. It's a interesting learning curve. her out. She's on the cage there. Scrawny looking thing. Alright, she's gone. Let's do this wash. Alright, so that last wash was negative again, which is pleasing. So, yeah. I know they're here. I just can't find them in the numbers that warrant any treatment, which is good. So this has got a new queen, a Denmark, from the end of October. So we're just going to see how she's going and take out any drone comb if we can. Here's our drone trapping frame, Mite trapping frame, and once again it's not capped, so no point taking it. However, I'll just make a note that it'll probably need to come out next time. So yeah, I can see big fat larvae in every one of them. Originally had the idea that I could just get the timing right and sweep through all these hives in one hit and take all the drone comb out, but it just doesn't work that way. Every hive's different and they've all got different ideas about what they want to do. So there's a nice laying pattern there. So it's really just a matter of getting in every 7 to 10 days and taking it out when you can. Nice frame of brood there. If I can find her, I'll do a wash. Quite an old comb, but still looks good. Yeah, next time I get some stickies, I'll bring it up. There's our queen, walking around there. Just grab her. Now, safe in there, and I can do whatever I want in this brood box. So let's do a wash. These are having a crack at my phone. Once again, it takes a while for these poor genetics to disappear. There's plenty of bees. Let's get some into their wash bottle. All right. So they're going as well as they can. Let's get it closed up and do this alcohol wash. She goes. All right, so down into this brood box. This has been requeened, so I just want to make sure she's going okay. And this hive definitely had one mite in it in the mid-October. So that last wash I just did was negative again. It's pleasing. And if we can find a queen here, we'll wash them. Here's our drone comb. Let's see what stage they're up to here. Feels pretty light. So yeah, that's going to have to wait a week or two. Not sure that there's even eggs in there yet, so that's good. Bees have still got those shitty genetics, which will hopefully be gone by the end of the season. There's all these poor temperament worker bees disappear and get replaced by these hopefully better genetics. Get that ready. And there she is. Lovely big golden Italian queen. There she was. She got out. Okay, so she's nice and safe in there. Let's get some nurse bees and do a wash. Alright, so there's our wash sample collected. I kind of move away because they don't like the smell of the metho, and they certainly don't like it once it's had a few dead bees swished around in it, so just better experience to just walk away, do it. Even then they chase me across the paddock. Alright, so that's good. Nice new queen in there, so they don't muck around getting out. No drone comb to collect, and a wash done, so let's get it back together and do our wash. Alright, so coming towards the end of these hives, I think this is the third last. I'm done with mite washing. That last one was negative again, so yeah, clearly haven't got a rampant mite population running through this drop. So I know they're here, they're just in numbers not high enough to detect in general, so that's good. So this hive still needs to be requeened, so it's got old unknown genetics. Not that there's that much wrong with this queen, she's laying well and doing the job, so they're just a bit unpleasant to work with at times. But you know, they've put on 3 boxes of honey, and I think I've taken 2 boxes off them, so can't complain about their work. So let's look at this drone comb, see if we can do anything there, and we'll close them up. Yeah, so once again it was taken out recently and still just being in the process of being laid up there, so we'll leave them alone. Nothing to see here. Let's get all those combs back in neat and snug. Get our wall frame in, just shake them off so you don't crush and roll bees. And that is that. Alright, second last. This hive's always really strong. It's at the front row and right on the corner, and it just seems to get all the field bees coming in. So I've just got to keep a bit of an eye on it that it doesn't swarm, but it's always strong. So it puts a lot of honey on. There's 2 full boxes on it now, and I had a box taken off it recently, so let's get in here and have a look. Also, if I can find this queen, I'll grab her because I want to requeen them. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. I want to requeen them because they're not friendly at all. And I haven't been able to find her for quite a while. So if I can get her, they'll get requeened in a couple of days. Nice frame of seal brood there. And pollen on that side. Alright, let's get one round through here and see if we can find her. Drone comb, a little bit of work to do there. Just see them running up on tops of the frames and running on the surface of the comb. Just awful, awful, awful bees. Beekeeping's, supposed to be enjoyable. You don't want to work hives like this. And they're not that defensive. You can manage them, but yeah, one slip up and they're India, and it's just not a pleasant experience. Beautiful brood pattern. You can't fault that, really. See if we can jag her. So the last of these two owl combs will come out next time I extract, which will probably be next week out of this drop. Strong hives like this, and with the bees running everywhere, it's just so hard to spot a queen. Nice if they all just stood still. Terrible. It's just hard to spot her in there. I just have to keep trying until I jag her one day. I have seen her, I think, about 3 inspections ago. No. So they're just rolling themselves up in big balls and dropping off the bottom of the comb. Just terrible. I really am done with this queen. Get her, I'll put her to work in a mini mating. You can get something with better genetics down in there. Right, we're into this last hive, and the reason why it's the last hive is because these are absolute bastards Yeah, not pleasant to work. The notes for last time I looked at it was that they were in some sort of queen replacement. So I just want to have a quick look if I can and see what's going on. I can see brood there now, so they looks like they're okay. Yeah, if I can find the queen too, I'll grab her and they'll get requeened in a couple of days. Just rotten damn things. Really, really unpleasant bees. Trouble is when you've got to put that much smoke in them just to work them, it's hard to find a queen. They come out and nailed me as soon as I pulled that queen excluder off. Awful. But look at the brood pattern. I mean, you know. So if I can get her now, I'll grab her and put her into a mini mating nuke, and she can make comb for me. And I'll get something quieter in here. At some stage I'll get back to doing beekeeping workshops and helping people out. I just with bees like this, it's just really, it's not a good look. Beautiful frame of brood there. Every cell's laid up. They've calmed down a little bit now. The weather doesn't help either, but kind of got to go through these. Drone comb there, it's not ready. Bastards. Rotten damn things. So a week or two to go on that before it's of any use. That's a frame of honey, so I'd like to get that out if I can. It's a frame of honey, so she hasn't. This new queen or whatever they were doing hasn't done a lot. Let's see what's happening here. It's a frame of honey. Frame of pollen. Alright, so I haven't seen that queen. Let's we've established that they're queen right. I'll come back and fight with these on a better day. But yeah, the next opportunity I find that queen, she'll come out.